Alright, back at it. Good grief. I once again I looked back on the previous recording and I just realized just how much I've been repeating the same words, stuff as like, I'm gonna be real, let me be honest, and even the word just. So I'm gonna try reducing the amount of times I use those words, and I'll be pausing the recording every time I want to, like, just listen to the video rather than have these long pauses and me just trying to make up shit on the spot. Anyways, yet again, inspired by Grapefruit's game review series, I am not an expert in music, and I added a few extra uh, things to note about this entire series. I don't know if those police sirens are getting caught on the mic. That is the worst time for this to happen. Anyways, um, notable things are no song that I'm gonna be ranking on the spot will reach 9.5, and for every 500 songs, I will be looking at every song from an 8 to, was it? Wait, 8.5 to 9. Yeah, 8.5 to 9, and see if it deserves the rank of 9.5. And I will also re-rank songs on occasion, just on my own time, and I will put it in the notes if I do so. And also, just to specify, when I say do I recommend these songs, what I mean is whether or not you should listen to it for any reason, such as it being nearly lost media, or it being interesting, or just it being a good song. So, let's get back to it. Where were we? We were on Katamari Damacy, Lonely Star. I actually got this song from Grapefruit's Jams playlist, and I still have yet to listen to a significant amount of that one as well, but he does have some really good taste in music, so I think after I do the entirety of my YouTube playlist, which I actually finished listing out as of today, and my SoundCloud playlist, I'll move on to my title one and the Grapefruits. Maybe even some friends playlists if I get to that point anytime soon, but we'll just have to see. Alright, after giving this a listen, it kind of reminds me of Porter Robinson in terms of instrumentals and the way it progresses, I'm gonna be honest. Damn it, I just said it. I'm literally ending it right now. The use of two vocalists that sound very different is pretty cool, and it kind of starts ramping up and turns up beat with the percussion at the end. Can I really call it percussion? It's just like bloops and blops, just bubbles popping. And you know what? I'll just say percussion. Anyways, 5.5 is a very good song. Yes, I recommend it. Walk Like an Egyptian. Another old head song, but kind of not anymore because of JoJo using it. Just a really cool song, very catchy. It's a great song. Music video is also pretty cool if you've seen it. It's just people having fun with their lives. Marvel vs. Capcom 2. My first versus game. When I say versus game, I mean like a crossover franchise game, because I think I played like Tekken versus... I don't think it was Street Fighter, but it was some other one. I played Hua Ring back then. And then when I finally got an actual mainline Tekken game, I think it was Tekken Revolution, and I played King and someone else. Anyways. Really cool jazzy song. I played the Cactus guy. Apparently he's low tier, but tiers are just for the weak, for the people who are bad at the game. Alright. I'll give this... I think I'm just gonna give it a 6. It's a great song. Hurt, Oliver Tree. One of my IRL friends, oh, I got a warning on YouTube. May contain suicide or self-harm topics. Wow. That's pretty funny. Anyways, Oliver Tree, introduced to me by one of my IRL friends. Apparently a lot of people think he's just straight up an asshole. Oliver Tree, I mean, and I don't think they really realize he's playing a character. But as they say, the word media literacy is dead. Even though I think it's been dead for, like, ever, because it never really existed to begin with. Hurt is actually a pretty good song. I played it on, like, a Roblox rhythm game. That was my first introduction to this specific song, and it was actually, kind of making me laugh the whole time. And this was before the whole copyrighted music purge came through. It's a 6. A lot of 6s today. Rhythm Heaven Fever, Dreams of Our Generation, the English version. I'm gonna be honest. There I go again, I swear. I auto-lobotomized myself, and that'll probably give me a more varied dictionary of words to use. Anyways, it's kind of good. I don't know why I have it in my playlist, I'll be honest. Sure, I'll recommend it. Let's see, Electro Swing, I wanna be like you. I am so embarrassed to say how I found this song, but all I'm gonna say is that when I was watching iDubbbz, he was doing a cool unboxing, or whatever that series is called nowadays. He mentioned how, like, him and Max look like the Columbine people, the Columbine shooters, and he made an edit, a fucking edit of him and Max with this song, and the worst part is this song is actually kinda good. That is the part I hate the most. Like, that genuinely sounds insane. Anyways, Samba de Amigo, the unholy concoction of Brazilian and Mexican culture, because I don't think they really could tell the difference. Alright, yeah, like I said, since it's an unholy concoction, it's just kinda... It's still got, like, the fundamentals of, like, any type of, like, Latin music or whatever. A lot of, like, trumpets. It's very grandiose, celebratory sounding. I mean, regardless of, the stew that is Samba Amigo, the cultural stew. It's, I'll give it a 5. Alright. Vamos a Carnaval. Yes, I am Mexican, unfortunately. Or maybe I'm Peruvian or Brazilian. Actually, it'd be funnier if everyone thought I was Brazilian. It's a bit more toned down, and there's a lot more vocals, and it's a lot more, like, clear in what they're saying. I also really like the middle part at 50 seconds in. Really like the way it progresses. I like it more than the intro music. Shovel Knight Above the Land. I really, really, really just like the theming of this song. I think someone in the comments, when I first found this song, described it the best, and it's the perfect midpoint in any game where you're still early enough to where, like, it's still, like, about a fun adventure, but also late enough into the game where it starts getting serious, and it really just meshes those two themes together absolutely perfectly. And for that, I'm giving it a 7. Actually, not a 6.5. Write Me Letters, Hot Freaks. Apparently, Hot Freaks blew up. When I first found them, they only had like 10,000 views or like 5,000 views, but apparently one of their songs, or a few of their songs, just imploded with views. And it's kind of unfortunate because like this video was uploaded like 13 years ago, so like almost a decade too late. It's not a bad song. Extremely corny, extremely like it's just kind of like slop in a way, not in a bad way, but just like romantic, like manga levels. I don't really know. It's just extremely cheesy as well. Anyways, doesn't make it a bad song. It's a good song. 5 out of 10. Secret Remastered, another song shown to me by my military sergeant looking teacher. Funniest thing about that guy, he was apparently a strategy game player. Last thing I would have expected, but also I should have seen that coming. More old head music. I know nothing of genres, by the way. That's why I really just only describe the instruments used and how I'm feeling towards the song. But it's got that 70s and 80s era type of beat. It's a 5. Very solid song. Alive by Empire of the Sun, a song that always showed up on the radio, if I remember correctly. It's just really good early 2010s music. I don't really have much else to say. Besides, yeah, the music video is kind of weird. It's like if someone like had a dream about Lord of the Rings and like just only knew the like plot points of it, and then like I don't know, it's just so weird. It's just a mishmash of just random like forestry and like I just don't get it. That's enough of this tangent. Anyways, focusing on the song. It's good. It's a solid 5. I didn't have an issue with it playing. I preferred it over many of the other slop songs on the radio. Tame Impala x Justin Timberlake. This meme song from basically a century ago in internet time, but 5 years in real time. One of the few actually good mashup songs. And this is the extended version, so like it goes past the beat drop. It is a very good mix, I'm gonna be honest. And there we go again saying I'm just gonna stop mentioning me just saying it. I think the more I like think about it, the more I'm just gonna start like bashing my head against this microphone. Alright. Luna Ascension EX from Rivals of Ether. Apparently this is from its own separate game, Tower of Heaven. And apparently it was released in 2009. That's kind of crazy. I didn't know that. Phenomenal version of the song. The original one's very like toned down. It's very chiptune-y, but this one they basically gave it the Super Smash Bros effect where they just like make it very high energy. I'll give it a 5.5. Alright, talking about Super Smash Bros. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Magicant. Or Magicant. I don't really know how to pronounce it. Only reason I played the Magicant stage, it was just to hear this song. I just don't know how they do it. The composers for Smash Bros. Like, every time they remix a song, it's always just like a massive banger. And even when it doesn't hit, it's still just very, very good to play with in the background. You just don't really notice it. I'll give it a 5.5. Actually, let me think about this. Alright, that's enough thinking. I'm giving it a 6. It's a great song. Talking about remixes, a cover. Dreams from the PlayStation 4. Times Move Slow. The original song being from Bad Bad Not Good from Sam Herring. I really wish I could have played Dreams, but despite me like having a PlayStation 4 available, I just really didn't want to just have one exclusively just for Dreams. They did talk about porting it to PC, but that was just straight up them lying. Not that I feel like it would have really mattered, honestly, because it's basically a glorified game engine as per usual. Actually, not even as per usual. Little Big Planet had its own identity, and it was more of a game than a game engine. Meanwhile, Dreams was more of a game engine than a game itself. Anyways, the song itself, phenomenal. I honestly like it more than the original. I couldn't find the specific people who sang this song and arranged the cover, but I'm giving it a 6.5. Or should I give it a 7? You know what? I'm giving it a 7. Haywire Insight from Monster Cat. Man, I haven't thought about Monster Cat since I first started playing Geometry Dash. Funny thing about Monster Cat is that when I was thinking about making a meme, and this was the first song that came to mind for whatever reason, and I used a beat drop for, not a 9/11 video, but that's like the easiest. It's like the lowest hanging fruit. I did it for something else. Anyways, let me give it a listen. Alright, I remember now. Oh man, that beat drop. One of the first songs to like get me closer to buying a keyboard, because the way he just switches from like a very like soft sounding like beat to like extremely intense at just the flick of a button. I don't really know this genre. Would it be EDM? I wouldn't know. All I know is that there's a lot of digital sounding shit. Anyways, it changes pace a lot. Like, it starts off like at a medium pace and it really ramps up at the minute mark, and then at the 2-minute mark it becomes really soft. And I'm pretty sure it ramps back up at 3 minutes. Yep. I always appreciate songs that are very dynamic. Genuinely, a 6. I thought I would find this like very like corny and cringy. Like, this is literal like classic Geometry Dash sounding music, but it's genuinely great. Summer Sickness, one of Jack Stauber's unreleased songs. I should type that out actually. used to be an unreleased song, but now officially available. Well, not officially available, but now officially available on his SoundCloud. I should not say his, I should say Jack Stauber's SoundCloud. I forgot how this song was found. I think like he accidentally like left it out for like a tiny bit and someone downloaded it and re-uploaded it or something along those lines, and people fucking loved this song and I kind of like it too. It's from his younger days and it's got that classic Jack Stauber jank alt sounding like pop music or whatever, like experimental sounding. It's a lot more, I wouldn't say a lot more, just a tiny bit more amateur sounding, but it doesn't affect the quality very much, so I'd say 6, which is kind of crazy for one of his like first few songs. Alright, now we got AM. Is that supposed to say AM 1? Yeah, it just says AM 180. That's weird. Penis music sounding intro. I'm gonna be real. But once you get past that, get this very like slightly emo sounding, very soft, quiet vocals. But the guitar, it kind of starts getting shredded. Well, not shredded, but like very guttural. It's a good song. I only really put it on my playlist for it being like pretty unique sounding, in all honesty. Alright, the AirPods Pro Snap song, the difference. I only got to hear like, I skipped the song a few times when it was in the ad, but once I finally gave it a listen, I actually found that I genuinely kind of liked it, and I tried finding it, and apparently it still only has 94,000 views, and I thought it would be way higher. I'm not sure if I'm hearing Amen break in the background, but it sounds kind of like it. But anyways, I really like how it like oscillates the pitch with the vocals and the, I just it's just a really like, I wouldn't say generic, but it's just a very like mild song that you can listen to. It's just very pleasant. Give it a 5.5. Would I give it a 5.5? You know what? Yeah. I mean, I found this on an ad. It has to be a very good song if it like caught my attention in like 15 seconds. Anyways, Sonic 1 Labyrinth Zone, yet again, another song that's... Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of a different song. This song isn't used too much in like YouTube videos. Personal favorite Sonic 1 song. It just yet again reinforces the stereotype of water level songs just being absolute bangers, but always having some of the most questionable gameplay with the insta kills in this sound. My god. Anyways, it's like a 40 to 35 second loop. It's nothing crazy, but it's a good song. Alright, Chicken Soup. Song I got from Summoning Salt. The beginning kind of reminds me of Donkey Kong Country for some reason, but that's probably just from Summoning Salt's video. Alright, now, I mean, I think I know why Summoning Salt uses, Home's music so much, just because, it really does just sound like compilation music. It's the only way I can really describe it. And, it's pretty good at that, so I'm giving this one, 5. It is good. Home 4, absolutely phenomenal title. Couldn't make it better myself. It's very, very menacing at the start, but then 10 seconds in it breaks into the most smooth just guitar I've heard in my life. Like, I thought it was gonna start like either shredding it or it was gonna start turning into breakcore. But no, it's actually really slow, smooth. Really puts you in a trance. Average home song. Um, feel the same about this one as I do with Chicken Soup. You know, something tells me Home is getting real tired of making up song titles. Sonic Unleashed, Windmill Isle Day. Do I even really have to say much? Absurdly popular song. Probably the most popular song in Sonic Unleashed, besides like the meme Game Grumps night jazz, sudden night jazz band like blasting in your ear when you get into a battle. Uh, this song, I liked it so much that I have practiced it on the violin for the past like couple years, probably like 2, and I've gotten pretty good at it. The violin sounds like it's done like live. It doesn't sound like an instrument, like a digital like software instrument. And I really just love how it sounds. It's like a very elegant but also high energy, like very fast sounding just melody. Especially at the 1 minute and 5 second mark, where it just all of a sudden breaks out into like the most beautiful sounding violin solo you've heard from a Sonic song, from the Sonic franchise of all things. I'm honestly gonna give it a 7.5. Yes. Still remember this song being like one of the like bigger inspirations to me picking up the violin. And I really don't regret it. Alright, Fool for You by Alpharad. YouTuber music. Who would do that? Never heard that. Never heard of anyone making a band music, a YouTuber. Anyways, that's enough of that. Alpharad's actually one of the better music makers from the YouTube scene, because he didn't go instantly into rap and start talking about how he was broke as fuck and how he made it to the top. Like, I never heard that before. He went into like classical, like local band style, talking about like relationships and their feelings. Not bad. It's kind of good. It's a 4.5. Or should I give it a 5? Nah, I think it's good enough to get a 5, which is kind of crazy for a YouTuber song. Sonic Heroes Ocean Palace, one of the like second or most popular songs in the Sonic Heroes franchise. I mean Sonic Heroes series. I'm saying series like there's multiple Sonic Hero games. Sonic Heroes is not a Sonic game. I completely agree with that sentiment, but the music is very reminiscent of Sonic. Still very high energy, very fast. Knows when to slow down, knows when to like give you a break, but also knows when to really get your blood pumping. And the guitar solo, not guitar solo, but like when the guitar really starts popping out at the 1 minute mark, that's when it really just like lights your eyes up. Very, very memorable song. 6.5. Alright, versus Susie. I feel like a lot of people tend to forget that the main cast of Deltarune are literal like high schoolers at the very most. Of course, it's gonna be heavy on the drums and guitar because of her punk-looking aesthetic, obviously, and it actually kind of goes in a different tone and direction than I thought it would. I thought it would be like more like slightly metal, but it's actually kind of like, I don't know, would I say tragic sounding in a way? I mean, it is when she starts. It is when she starts fighting Lancer, so that would make sense. I would give it a 6, not a 6.5, just a 6. Yes. Alright, now we're gonna give you a don't know what else to say besides unironically a good song. You can see why it became a meme. Most good songs turn into a meme. Most, not all. KSI's song, not at all. Gonna give it a 6.5. Yes. Guardian of the Former Seas, my favorite pre-hard mode song from, I wouldn't say favorite actually. Or is it favorite? I wouldn't know. It's been years since I played Calamity. Kind of insane that that mod even exists to begin with. It's... I really like how they used a steel drum of all things. Like, the only song that I can really remember of, as of now, using steel drums is, Minecraft, and the difference is kind of huge. Because this is used more like an actual drum to really elevate that sense of tension. Oh, man. It's got that classic DM de Chorus style. Man, I'm actually gonna give this song I'm actually gonna listen to the entirety of both of these Calamity songs because it has been ages since I've heard the entire thing. Alright, I listened to most of most of the Forbidden Lullaby and Guardian of the Former Seas, and I just remember just how ballistic they go on that steel drum solo, and it's just, I forgot in general just how crazy the song is, just in a Terraria mod nonetheless. I'll give it a 7. It's genuinely just a phenomenal song. Actually, a 7.5. Siren's Call and Forbidden Lullaby, just put the two together, because like if it was just Siren's Call, I would just give that like a 3. Because all it is just like a slightly alien sounding bass line and just some acapella or some what do you call it again? Alright, I just looked it up. It's basically like some choir vocals sounding much like a siren. Who would have thought? But Forbidden Lullaby, it just blows up with energy, and after like that whole thing finally settles down, it goes into a flute solo with like just the drums somehow very softly but also at the same time just really breaking it down in the background, and then yet again it ramps up. I don't know how, but I just forget how insane Calamity's OST is. It's just unfortunate DM Takoro had to left because, not only the pressure from the community, but also just him not being old enough at the time, and also not having the mentality to deal with that type of stuff. I'd say a 7. Yes. Or should I give it a 7.5? No, I'll give it a 7. Alright. For Together Forever, well, if I ever had to pick a song that just represents, like, it's so unapologetically, like, old-timey white guy romantic music from, like, the 80s? Is it from the 80s or 90s? It's somewhere from around that time, but you know, at a certain point you gotta respect it. Let's say 5.5. Yes, absolutely. Getting My Mom On by Jack Stauber. Another Jack Stauber song. Wow, when are these gonna end? Another song with the entire music video, which is kind of rare from Jack Stauber. If I had to, like, recommend a Jack Stauber song to someone who's, like, thinking about checking him out, I think Getting My Mom On is like the most accessible song, because it isn't as insane with its instruments or his vocals. It's all very actually tame, but it's also still very funky and has his style. And it breaks down into like a synth solo, or like a keyboard solo at the end. I don't know why I keep saying solo. It's not a solo. Anyways, it starts off strong, ends off strong. Just very good all throughout. Very consistent. Let's say a 6.5 maybe? Or should I give it a 6? I'd say a 6. Yes. Magnum Force. Apparently, this song was extremely difficult to find for the TF2 community. It's got that agent sounding, quality to it, with the choirs, the, like, jazzy sounding bass line. One of the better songs in TF2's, discography. And it's a pretty solid discography from, like, at the time. It's pretty good. Yes, I recommend it. Baby Hotline Micropop. 4 minutes and 50 seconds long. It's kind of crazy. If someone, like, did end up getting into Jack Stauber from Getting My Mom On, I say, like, halfway through it, Baby Hotline would most likely be the next song, because it's still pretty consistent and, like, accessible, but it's got a bit more of that Jack Stauber spice to it, as you would say. It's getting more experimental and funky, and like every micropop, halfway through the song it just completely changes to a different song, and not in a bad way. Yet again, it stays consistent with the theming, and honestly it just gets better. One of the better micropops. Apparently it blew up a lot harder than the other ones because of some fandoms, I think, of the, like, the beginning part, because it's a song about antidepressants and pills or whatever. Well, that's one of the things about it, but 6.5. Yes. Don't want to put yes in the ranking. Alright, there we go. Chris Cathedral. Let's see. Hold up a second. There's a song missing. And funnily enough, it's literally Jack Stauber's best song. Leopard. From his Hilo album. Listen to this on Tidal. Literally the best song in his entire discography. Buttercup is popular, but that doesn't mean it's the best. Leopard. Genuinely phenomenal. The message in it, I feel like it's something that a lot of people, not a lot of people, I think everyone that has existed can like relate to and can learn from. And it changes so much so fast, but somehow it just stays together and cohesive and consistent. It's like a slow jazz at the beginning, and then it like turns into like a game chip tune, and then other times it's like more funky sounding. It's just crazy to listen to. When I first heard it, I was genuinely like blown away, and I thought I would start getting like a bit more numb to it, but as time goes on, I actually start to appreciate the song more and more, which is kind of crazy because I've probably listened to the song on repeat like around 30 times to 20 times. It just doesn't lose its luster. And for that, I'm giving that an 8.5. Even Jack Stauber himself said that if he had to choose between two songs, Leopard and one other song, I mean, one song from his entire like library or like his album, he would choose Leopard, and I would absolutely agree. Alright. Give it a listen. Absolutely, like immediately. Just in a quiet place, just sit down, absorb it. Just really take it in. Alright. Super Mario World custom music. It's funny as fuck. Not tragic, just instant shift in genre. It sounds like exactly what it sounds like. Chris Cathedral video game music. And for that, it's good. Really has a lot of atmosphere. Oh yeah, by the way, I found this because of like Vine Sauce's Super Mario Beat ROM hack. Genuinely such a like high effort, funny as fuck ROM hack. I'd recommend you watch the entire stream rather than the highlights if you have the time. A lot of inside jokes that I don't think many people would understand, but if you are a Vine Sauce fan, it would be pretty cool. Also, this isn't going to be the last time we see Red and Green. This guy has made some bangers, apparently. It's just he really specializes in the most niche thing. I don't know why, but if they enjoy it, sure. Very good song, 5.5. Yes, absolutely. El muchacho de los ojos tristes. The funny meme song, funny cat meme song, funny sad cats. Unironically, a pretty good song. You know, typical sad Mexican song. Very like endearing female vocals. Very echoey, lovely sounding instrumentals. I'd say yes. 5. I'll give it a 5.5 actually. Monophobia. Ace of Hearts. I'm gonna be completely honest. It's a 4. it's not insane. It's extremely generic. Not bad for a YouTuber song yet again, but nah. I don't think you're really missing out much not listening to this song. It has a lot of emotion towards in it, but I think Alpharad being tone deaf or pitch deaf, whichever one it was, kind of hurts the vocals because their instrumentals in like a lot of the Ace of Hearts music is very solid, but Alpharad's vocals are very impressive for what he's working with and the amount of little experience he has, but it doesn't bring out like the full potential of the song. I feel like if someone else did it and the lyrics, not the lyrics itself, but just the entire song was slightly rearranged, it would be a bit better, but I think it would just feel a bit lost because in the end, what kind of like represents a lot of the quality of this song is the amount of emotion put into each and every word he sings. Because I think a lot of it's based on personal experience. Well, anyways, I've been on this song for a bit too long. Anyways, Avicii, Waiting for Love. Certified hood classic. Who hasn't heard of this song? Oh man. Another radio song, absolutely, but absolutely just still a banger regardless, even though they spam it like every like 2 seconds when it was in its prime. Another song about love, but I think it's probably the song. Like, if I had to choose a song about love, it would be this song. Like, first one. Because not only is it extremely recognizable, it's probably like one of the top best ones out there. So, for that, I'm giving it an 8. Yes, absolutely. Virtus Quo by Daft Punk. I don't know if this has many views. 40 million. That's actually pretty low for Daft Punk. But I think that's just because this is a newer video. Virtus Quo. It isn't the usual Daft Punk song. It's actually very, like, toned down. It's more like a background music. But it's very, very good background music. For that, I'll give it a 5.5. Yes. Absolutely. Ah, man. Minigames. Walnut bowling. I'm surprised by how hard this song goes. Like, in the beginning part, like, it's already kind of bumping, but once you reach that 49-second mark and that piano all of a sudden just kicks in, and then the harp just starts going crazy. It really just starts blowing together. Very, very listenable song, very repeatable. I'll give it a 5.5. Feels Like We Only Go Backwards by Tame Impala. Alright, only thing I really get from Feels Like We Only Go Backwards is the first like 30 seconds you hear from it. That's basically what you're gonna get for the rest of the song. It's not bad. It's kind of good. 4.5. Feel like I'm gonna get like shredded for saying that, but it's kind of good. Alright, yeah, Borderline from Tame Impala. It's one of the newer gen Tame Impala songs. It's when they started changing things up, and you can actually kind of tell. And at 125 is where it blows up in repeated in the YouTube replay bar, because it does go hard, and it's also the most used sample of this song. and I do enjoy it more than Feels Like We Only Go Backwards, but not by a crazy amount. I'd say yes. Actually, you know what? I'll just say no to Feels Like We Only Go Backwards. I don't really enjoy it. Super Smash Bros. Brawl opening theme. I remember playing this on the Wii back in 2009. Wow. I thought this was peak when it came to Nintendo graphics. And it honestly still kind of is. Nintendo is just such a garbage company. Makes phenomenal games. But, God, dude. They really do know. They're genuine experts, like, not even joking, at exploiting their own fandom. Because not only is it mostly kids, it's also just man-children. But as for the song itself, besides that rant, I'd say still the best Smash Bros. Opening. Because it's just so grandiose. The vocals, everything. It's so phenomenally done. And, like, you can actually translate it to, like, actual English, and it's a genuine, like, song. It isn't just, like, random sounding, like, Latin words. Like, they were actually speaking in Latin, from what I remember. Please tell me if I'm wrong, because I really want to figure this out. I'm gonna give it a 5.5. Actually, you know what? No, I'm really feeling a 6 on this. Alright. XQC outro. I'm not a fan of XQC, but his outro song is pretty cool, I guess. I should probably type in that this is XQC's outro. XQC's outro. Genuinely kind of a good song. It's like a very sad, like, not really sad. I'd say more melancholy. Melancholy. I don't really know how to say that word anymore. It just does everything right. 5.5. Yes. Dreaming of You, the choral. I found this through some random ass YouTube video, and I couldn't be more glad that I did, because this is honestly kind of a banger rock song. It's like the most generic rock song ever, but it has like really unique sounding like bass. It's like an alt. I don't really know. It's like a baritone bass, whatever you call that. I don't really know instruments too well, but it's like I haven't really heard any wind instrument go this deep. It's just a very cool song to hear. 5.5. It's very good. And then it has that little solo at the 1 minute 25. Wait, not 1 minute 25. Where was it? It's around the 40-second mark. It's really cool. I wish, actually, I don't really wish there were more bass solos, though. Those kind of sound like ass sometimes. Chaos King. Wow. So many people fucking loved, the circus one. What was it called? Alright, apparently it was called World Revolving. People loved World Revolving, but I personally found that Chaos King was more of a song for me. But I felt like World Revolving was like a bit overrated. I'm not saying that it's bad or that it doesn't deserve it, but I just personally find Chaos King to be more enjoyable to listen to. But World Revolving is a lot more iconic. Really got that boss aesthetic down, and the menacing uh, feel to it. Sounds more like a final boss more than anything. Like, it's just chapter 1 and he's already going this hard. But that's Toby Fox for you. It's really extra when it comes to music. Oh man. 6.5. Yes, absolutely recommend it. Might Quit by Bill Wirtz. Bill Wirtz's very unorthodox music style. Apparently he came back. He did quit for quite a while, if I remember correctly, and he like improved his videos by using like 3D graphics and much more like well-tuned animation. Though his last video was 2 years ago, so who knows when he'll come back. Very unorthodox, very weird sounding song, but pretty alright. It's kind of good. Yes. JPEG Mafia, Baby, I'm Bleeding. I don't even remember how I found this song, but all I remember is just, it is kind of a banger, I'm gonna be honest. And I said it again. It really is just a very, very strong, hard song. The way that he just really starts... I don't really know how to like really put it into words, even though it's probably really easy, but it's kind of like Death Grips, the way how hard he starts spitting those vocals out. And it's also kind of like Death Grips in its instrumentals somewhat as well. The lyrics are also pretty cool as well. I'm calling that 6.5, honestly. Yep, absolutely. Silver Lining. Why is hold up, did I miss a few songs again? Oh my lord, I did. Hold up, I need to add these real quick. It's Oliver Tree again. I'm gone. I'm gone, Oliver Tree. I think one of my favorite Oliver Tree songs that I've heard. The ending is pretty funny as well. It sounds like a radio song. I don't know how to describe why, but it kind of does. It's just very catchy. I'll say a 6. Yes. No, oh wait, no, I forgot. One more song. It's actually from Hylix 2. Fancy Meat Computer, the final boss song. It's kind of a crazy disconnect from the rest of the OST, but not by like an insane margin. It doesn't turn into a completely different genre, but it changes completely in tone because the entirety of Hylix 2's OST is very just wavy. Like it has that wah effect on a lot of stuff, but on Fancy Meat Computer, it's not as like slow, relaxing, like something that you can just space out to. It's actually extremely intense compared to the rest of the OST, and it really starts ramping up harder and harder, and I think it peaks at the guitar bit at 1 minute and 38 seconds. Honestly, one of my favorite parts. Chuck Salamone and Mason Lindroth. Chuck Salamone literally retweets anything Hylix related. It's kind of crazy, the amount of dedication he has to that. Really cool game. Should check it out if you haven't played it before. The gameplay itself is like very alright, but the graphics and the music is what you're really there for. I'd say 6. Yes. Silver Lining. Now we're at this part. Alpharad, the man himself, the funny man. I didn't put Ace of Hearts because, actually I should just put Ace of Hearts. That's his band. His best song that I can remember. Very, very good. It's catchy. It's got good instrumentals. His vocals is approved. I would say 6. I'll actually give this a 6.5. And I'll give this a 5.5. It is a very good song. Grimes. Hold on. Did I forget another song? Oh my lord, I forgot another song. What happened here? Why am I, like, missing so many songs? Hold up. Another Hylix song. Another Hylix 2 song. Look, I fly now. I swear I used to see I can fly now. Maybe I'm just tripping. Let's see. Chuck Salamone and Mason Lindroth on YouTube. Actually, I'll say title, because I think this is on my title playlist. Nah, I'll just say YouTube. As of now. Favorite song in Hylix? Absolutely. It's just 8 minutes of some of the best experimental video game music I've heard. Extremely laid back. And then at 2 minutes in, it just all of a sudden just drops the whole like calm, soothing, like laid back vibes, and then it just kicks in. Realize that you're in the final area at the end of the game, fighting some of the strongest opponents, and Hylix does not pull its punches. It's a pretty fucking hard game if you're not experienced with turn-based combat. And after that whole thing, it slows back down, goes back to that echoey, wavy keyboard, and it just really puts you back in the laid-back mood. But kind of keeps you on your toes, because those enemies just bolt straight towards you. It's like they have like something personal with you. I kind of avoided the fights in Hylix sometimes, because every fight that you do in Hylix usually lasts around like 5 minutes. Like, it's very long for just random encounters. Even though they're not random, they're like Mother 2, or Mother 3 actually, where you can see the enemies on screen, and you can decide whether to like dodge or attack them, or just run past them. And that's one of my favorite parts about it. I gave Fancy Meat Computer a 6.5, so I'm giving this a 7. Insane OST. Very, very original and unique. Alright. What else did I miss? Nope, that was... Nope, I forgot another song. The GTA song. GTA San Andreas. My first GTA game. Back on the PlayStation 2. Young Turks. By by Rod Stewart. Let me make sure that's actually the right thing and I didn't get it backwards. Okay, yeah, the actual artist name is Rod Stewart. Absolutely iconic GTA San Andreas song. It's just a really good blend of pop and rock, and his vocals really add to it. It's such an inspirational song. I always try to find this song when I first started playing GTA San Andreas. It's my go-to. 6.5. Alright, I'm gonna end it there because like I'm realizing I'm like skipping a ton of songs on my playlist that I didn't catch. I was wondering because like they should be a bit higher, even though there are unavailable privated videos. There should be a tiny bit more, but I guess we'll just have to wait and see.